Welcome everybody to Jakarta here in Indonesia. Brazil and Spain will face off on game day 2 in this group. I'm Mark Clark, with me Shona Thorburn, and Spain being introduced to a big crowd that's building steadily. A group clash that will decide who will go out as the #1 seed and who will be second in the group, as both teams will likely progress to the round of 16. Both teams won their opening day encounter, both won comfortably. Spain started a little stickily, should we say, against Côte d'Ivoire, but really did, from the second quarter onwards, put on a phenomenal performance from spots 1 to 12. Shona, this team, defending champions, epitomize the word team.
Absolutely, it's called the La Familia, and that is exactly how they play. They play like a family, they share the ball. There's no superstars really on this team, and you saw that the other day against Côte d'Ivoire. They beat 94-64. Little shaky the first few minutes of that game, but finally Spain settled in and found their way. I mean, we can talk about Willy Hernan Gomez all day long, but I thought the captain, Rudy Fernandez, coming off the bench, really ignited their energy and got them going. And you know, his first substitution, that was it. Spain just took off. So you love to see the veteran playing in his 5th World Cup still be able to change a game for Spain.
Well, not only is he playing in his 5th World Cup, but this man, Marcelo Huertas, matches that, his 5th World Cup as well. Brazil have to cope now, though, with the loss of one of their real important pieces in how Nito ruptured patella tendon. It's a really serious injury. We wish him as speedy as recovery as possible. This World Cup is all the poorer for his injury. And Brazil have got to find a way to pick up that slack. They look so exciting on their first game. They really did. They were the bright spark that opened out this group.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was pleasantly surprised by how well they played. And I know they had a pretty good lead up to the World Cup. They beat Iran 100-59 in that first game. And, you know, they went 3-2 in preparations, and their only 2 losses were to Italy and Serbia, 2 teams playing in this year's World Cup, and those were by low single digits. So they were really, really exciting, and I think surprised a lot of people. Like you said, Neto, that's a big loss for them, but it's next man up.
Well, here's the schedule for Group G on this second day. A massive win for Côte d'Ivoire, 71-69, but now Brazil and Spain national anthems of both countries.
You to stand for the national anthems. We begin with the anthem of Spain. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Brazil.
Well, that's a great gesture by Lucas Diaz, taking the best of Nito out for the player introductions. He was visibly shaken when the injury happened. He was the other man in the 2-on-1 break. He was the closest to it. So obviously, poignant moment for him. Getting a chance to look at the third team on the floor, the 3 officials. There they are, crew chief in the middle. Roberto Vasquez, Julia Anya, and Johnny Batista from Puerto Rico, Panama and Puerto Rico, respectively, take charge of what is could be a classic World Cup encounter. Spain, defending champions, don't forget. Huge victory for them, great victory for them in China 4 years ago. Since then, they've backed that up by winning Eurobasket again. And here is their starting lineup. I mean, obviously, Juan Nunes is the story as a 19-year-old starting, but Sergi Llull gets to start, change from the starting lineup, and Clever in there as well. It's only the Hernan Gomez and young Juan Nunes that start again. You've got to love the fact that the confidence that they have in Nunes, but how good was Willy Hernan Gomez?
As soon as he got going, there was no stopping him, and most of those points actually came in the first half, and then his teammates took over. 22 points, 9 of 12, 5 rebounds in that game. And I mentioned it, they were more or less all in the first half, and then everyone else stepped up and participated, one of them being that man right there, Garuba. 12 points, 6 to 7, and 7 boards off the bench for him. And Scariolo, the quality of this team, maybe there's no superstars. There you see him, the head coach, probably the most decorated head coach in this World Cup. It's up for debate, but he's definitely top 3 in my opinion. He has so many to go to, and that's why I think we're seeing a different starting lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with a different starting lineup at this time to start the second half, but then also next games.
Well, we saw how athletic and how big Brazil were in their first game, and how aggressively they started. They really took it to the gut of the Lebanon's defense in that game, and it was very similar to Spain. People coming in off the bench and all making contributions. The starting lineup is Iago Santos had a marvelous start. Iago was just tremendous. Pretty much the same starting lineup, but obviously with no Nito.
Yeah, and I mean, I mentioned it, next man up. Nito, you can't replace him, but that man can help and try and step up a little bit. Look at that, third player to reach 100 assists, and it happened in the last game. That is over the last 30 years. So to be top 3 in assists at a World Cup says a lot. There's only 2 people in front of him. He might get that second place spot. He's only 6 behind or 5 behind now. And Bruno, what a game he had, 16 points. You said they attacked Iran right away in that game, and what they did is they went inside to him. They went pick and roll, alley-oops, feeding him, and they just did a great job. I like that call by Gustavo Di Conchi there, the head coach. He's really, I think he's done something special with this Brazilian team in the last couple of years since he has taken over, and they have bought in. I mean, Brazilians, they love to play for their country. It doesn't matter what sport it is, and you see that tonight, and I think that's why you saw the players so affected by Neto's injury in the game as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole team. And to be fair, and to compliment Mike, they just picked themselves up, and as you said at the time, they had to move on, and to an extent they're then playing for Nito, and there was a lot of emotion at the moment, but they picked it up and then just carried on with a superb performance that they put out on their first game in this World Cup. Still some spaces in the arena, but they're filling up fast. This Spanish team attracts a lot of interest locally, and the locals here in Jakarta have really come out to support this World Cup, and there's some great crowds already. So Sean, for me, it's this great scenario for Spain. The team is really much a tremendous team. More games against Brazil than against any other opponent in the World Cup. Well, first of all, that means they've played each other a lot.
Yeah.
But, For me, it's this is one of those classic games. It's similar in some ways, but do Brazil believe that they can actually beat Spain?
I mean, really, I don't think they have anything to lose, which can be an advantage if you're a team. You know, you said it, winner of this game probably gonna win the pool. And the loser, I mean, Brazil still has to play Côte d'Ivoire, so it could become interesting, but they have nothing to lose, so why not go out and try and surprise this great Spanish team?
Well, the Tissot countdown to tip-off 1 minute before. When this draw was made, this was the day that people said this group would be decided. The two heavyweights in this group, Brazil ranked 13th on the FIBA World Rankings. Spain, the #1 team in those rankings, the current world champions, the current Eurobasket champions. And in recent years, they've managed to do that during a transition period where they've replaced some superstars of the game with great players, and it's a great team, and that has been the hallmark of this Spanish team in last year's Eurobasket in particular. No one tipped them to win. That doesn't mean a thing to them. As a group, they just got the job done. But as Shona said, and I would reiterate, how good were Brazil in that first game? So aggressive. They're beating Australia in preparation. They come to this World Cup probably in the best shape as a group that they've ever been in. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this game plays out. Just to repeat, a little bit deja vu for Spain. Nunes, he's only 19 years old. When asked in the press conference about him, Sergio Scariolo said, well, he's one of our leading players, so he has to play like a leading player. It's almost as though he was talking about Ricky Rubio, Sergio Rodriguez, whoever you want to talk about in terms of Spanish guard play. Nunes is the latest in a long line. He's got a lot to live up to, but he's his own man already. Well, welcome to Jakarta. Spain in the red uniform, Brazil in the yellow, and Brazil will get a look at it first. Straight to the ring again. They're going to take it right at the gut of that Spanish defense. Super little play, super finish. It's deja vu for Cavallo.
Very similar to what they did in their first game of this tournament. You know what? Go with what works until it's taken away. Continue to drive it in there and try and get it up to the big man.
Yul goes inside. Hernan Gomez, little handoff. Nunes takes it, gets in deep. Needs a pass, deep on the clock. Gonna have to put this up. Ball's knocked away. And Brazil, well, sometimes when Spain just move the ball, if you just stay in front of them, they don't really create advantage, and that was just a tremendous defensive series by Brazil. DePaula, who's taken that starting spot with Nito's absence, gets it to the corner. The wide open three is long. Iago will chase down the rebound, the whistle, and the official wants to... Maybe the table was a bit quick on the trigger, perhaps, giving them 2 seconds back on the possession. DePaolo drops it inside. Nunes comes up with the steal. Spain in transition. Clever. Great cut. Super trowel. They blow the layup. Ancho Hernan Gomez helped out by his brother. But tremendous transition by Spain. Both teams being aggressive. Both teams getting to the keyway, getting to the ring. Iago will take the ball screen, tries to turn the corner, and kicks. DePaolo going against Yul in the post, kicks. Bell penetrates, tries to drop it inside, and both teams.
Yeah, I don't think he was really aware, Miandel there, of the shot clock, because I thought he was going to put it up on that penetration. He would have had an okay look.
Yeah. I tell you, both coaches, both teams of coaches have prepared here, scouts. Both teams really finding it difficult to break them down in the half court. Nunes has it. Will take the ball screen, turns the corner, goes inside, kicks it back, throws it down. Hernan Gomez, aggressive, throws it down. Nunes with a great assist. Iago pushes. You have no time to sit back on what you've just done here. Iago backs out, turns down the screen, breaks it down on the dribble. Tremendous help Short corner jumper. Caballo's all over the glass. They get a 14-second reset, but they're going to turn it over. Bulko, you could have thought it could have gone straight up.
Yeah, I think he wasted his dribble underneath the basket, trying to gather himself. I agree, try to go straight up. Maybe you get blocked, but maybe you also draw a foul.
And we talked the other day about how well Spain move off the ball. There's always someone to get the ball to. Yul held, comes off the screen, curls, goes back to Nunes. Feet set for the three, is short. Brazil just control the glass. Iago, little mishandles, got to relax with it a little bit. Doesn't have to force anything. Great first step, what a move. Oh, how quick was that?
I mean, that is, you know, your center. Taking the ball off the dribble from the three-point line, no hesitation, nice finish around the basket.
Well, this is deja vu for Caboclo, which just went to work again. And he gets a piece of that. Iago's got a chance to push, and Brazil at speed. Mendel looks and skips. You can't throw it across the defense as they rotate. Again, Gomez almost picks off the pass. There's the block, both ends of the floor. Bruno, Caboclo getting it done. Lots of individual battles across the floor. None more exciting than this one. Iago moves it on. Suarez is short. Nunes gets it, pushes, not numbers down the floor. He's going to stop and pop. Oh.
How about the confidence in the youngin, as he already has 3 points to go along with an assist.
Well, Iago tries to answer from way downtown. That's a little, almost a little bit, well, you made one, I'm gonna shoot one, but wow. Not quite the same result. Here's Nunes again. Loving this matchup. Iago is so quick. Nunes at his pace, though. Spain hit the second side. Hernan Gomez goes back to the top. Clever will swing the baseline. They turn that down. Hernan Gomez puts it on the floor. Iago gets a piece, but he's going to step through. Second move inside out. Clever for three is off, but the foul is called. He'll go to the free-throw line. He's got to have space to land. How composed does Juan Nunes look? Jeez.
I mean, I think, you know, he's 19 years old. He had a great game the other day, but, you know, he only had 3 points, but he had 8 assists, 5 rebounds, you know, played big minutes for them. And yeah, he has a lot of growth, and he's going to get better. He's probably going to get better as this tournament goes on, but can you imagine him in a few years? And anytime I think that your name is in the same sentence as Ricky Rubio, that means a lot.
Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, MVP of the last World Cup.
And you have to know Nunes probably obviously watched him growing up and you know, dreamed of playing with him and playing like him.
Great work on the glass. Willie Hernan Gomez kept it alive. Brazil couldn't control it. Nunes will control the ball on the baseline. Spain have a new 14-second reset. Claver's the release. Nunes will collect. They go under the screen. Gonna look inside. Great cut by Clever. High post flash to the jumper is no good. Iago will look to push. Has options. None better than that. Super timing. Mendel goes up, gets the 2. And Brazil just ran the lanes. Real control on the break. Nunes goes down low. Willie Gomez ripped through. Great defense. Super job. And Caboclo was just playing.
I mean, he was their best player for them in all of their qualification games, though. You know, I really think, you know, he got drafted kind of young, didn't.
They're going to call that offensive. Willie Hernan Gomez not best pleased, should we say. Wouldn't mind another look. Going to get one. Well, that's what you can't do now. He literally walked.
He was the one who walked through him, and also he initiated the hook of the arm as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Iago moves it all. The ball doesn't stick with his Brazilian lineup. It does move. Iago, great defense. Nunes in the lane, lived there. They move it on. He puts it on the floor to the corner. DePaulo turns it down, goes inside, finds the open. Suarez in the corner for three is good.
Great patience, but also great ball movement. Not a lot of dribbles needed on that possession. Everyone touched it. Just good basketball by Brazil. And DePaulo obviously getting the start in place of Neto. Didn't play huge minutes for them. He's also the player who's played the most games for them in the qualifiers as well.
Willie Gomez with a ball fake for two is good. You don't need to throw it down. They all count for two. Super ball fake. Iago in transition. Comes off the stagger. Breaks it down for the floater for two. If they're going to chase him, they got to slow him down on that staggered screen. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing his shadow. Here's Nunes. Clever lifts, thinks about the three, looks inside. Yul gets it on the baseline. Creates a little separation, puts up the three, is short. That's a rebound. That's a rebound by Willie Gomez. And they just stop him at source. Super pass again, Gomez. They've caught the foul. They're going to count. They would have counted if it had gone. He's going to go to the free throw line for two. Coach wants to travel, but after the foul.
And it all started with defense. Everyone on that Spanish team knows how quick Iago is, and you see there Hernan Gomez. He made that last basket for them. Sprints back to level of the ball and ends up forcing a turnover and is rewarded on the other end.
Strokes the free throw. Brazil just about to start getting into their rotations. We're 6 minutes into this first quarter. Again, Gomez goes 1 for 2. Iago into the half court. He's having to pick it up a little sooner and initiate a little bit further outside the three-point line. DePaulo goes baseline, gives it up. Great rotation. Super rotation, super heads-up play. Can we check that birth certificate?
Are you sure he's the age that it says he is? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I mean, he's just...
Oh, he might have stepped out of bounds before the ball was released.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was close.
And I think the best way to describe it is how Coach Scariolo described it. He's one of our important players. He has to play like one, and he is.
Doesn't matter the age, right?
Absolutely, it's just a number. Juan Nunes comes off that soft stagger. Clever will lift. Abolines has checked in for Yul. Again, Gomez waits for the flyby. Doesn't get the three to drop. DePaulo's got a chance to push, and does. Iago, feet set, in transition, attacks it. Gives Paulo a wide open look. Super patience.
Like you said, super patience. DePaulo thought he was going to take it, pulls it out.
Great cut, super recovery by DePaulo though. Pass just a little short. 10 on the possession. Rudy Fernandez checks in. Victor Clever sits. You're so right. It really doesn't matter who starts for the Spanish team, does it?
There's no drop-off. Whoever starts, whoever comes in.
Nunes out top, looks and surveys the options. Again, Gomez curls in the lane, hang time. Doesn't get the drop, but will go to the free throw line, and he is active at the moment.
Yeah, he's come out on a mission. He played well the other night, but this is a different Hernan Gomez, Juancho Hernan Gomez that we're seeing here today. He ended up with 11 points in about 21 minutes the other night. He had a good game, but he just, you know, it seems like coach told him, hey, I need you to be more aggressive, especially offensively, looking for your shot, looking for your take coming off screens.
This is the front end of the two throws. Makes him 1 for 3. I mean, if there's a part of his game he would prefer to be a little better. He's under 60% last season, 1 for 4 so far tonight. Iago just takes off. Stops, puts up the 3, count it. How quick was he between the 3-point lines? And Brazil have gone toe-to-toe here. Nunes tries to space and separate. Turns down the 3. Fernandez is fouled as he cleared and curled. Bucco picks up the personal. More changes off that Spanish bench. Santiago Aldama checks in, as does Alberto Diaz. So only Willy Hergan Gomez remains of the starting lineup for Spain. Brazil chasing everything. Aldama picks and pops, thinks about it, just about, stops himself traveling, takes the 3, comes up short. And the ball will stay with Spain with a 14-second reset. Well, we watched Spain practice before this World Cup started, and Sergio Scariolo was as animated as I've seen him. He's carried that on. Diaz for the 3. That's how you come in the game.
That is how good this bench is. He literally just came off the bench, and they have confidence in each other, and they know where to find, the person who is open as well.
It's tied at 17. Alex Abrinas is going to be called for the personal. And so Spain have now rotated the whole starting lineup. And that just allows them to just keep an intensity level that any team's going to struggle to stay with.
Especially when you see how, look at this, how hard they get out and they deny one pass away. They rotate well defensively on the help.
Great finds. Gruber keeps it alive. Fernandez just played smart, read the lane, gives it to Diaz. Spain on the back of the turnover, a chance to lead it. Rudy Fernandez comes off the screen again. Brazil's decision is to chase it all. Rudy Fernandez with a floater for 2. Spain will be aggressive. If they're going to chase, it will be aggressive. They're going to have to find a way of helping. Iago comes off the stagger, turns the corner, same spot, takes the 3, he's short. What a board. They're going to count the 2 and 1.
How about his game? I talked about it a little bit. Obviously, he was drafted by the Raptors pretty young, and a high draft pick at that as well, and didn't really find his rhythm there. Said he got sent down to the D-League a little bit, or G-League, what's it called?
G-League.
G-League, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I think it was the D-League, right, back then.
You're showing our age.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I think these last few years playing for Brazil, you have really seen why people were talking about him when he was so young. I just think it's taken a little while for him to, develop into the kind of player that everyone thought he was going to be.
Brazil really in a matchup zone right now. Aldama in the corner for 3 is fouled. Spain saw the zone, saw the rotation, just waited for the opportunity to hit the corner. Aldama gets wide open, will go to the free throw line. Huertas and Victor Darbanishi have checked in for Brazil. And that's, again, it's just an indication of how deep both these rosters are. Guillermo Santos will check in as well. Didn't play a lot of minutes on game day 1. He's going to step in for Leonardo Mendel. Santiago Aldama had a nice season in the NBA last year. Played 22 minutes a game, 9 points a game, shot at 58 and 63%. He had a really solid NBA season, 75% free throw shooter. knocks it down. And Huertas in the half court. Whistle on the play. That'll be Spain's 4th team foul. And that's another impressive thing. Both teams play defense. Both teams really get after it. Brazil have just clicked over to 4. Spain have just clicked over to 4. It's just the quality is there for everyone to see. Huertas on the out of bounds, or a 14-second reset. Last 30 seconds of quarter 1. Huertas tries to turn the corner. And that's going to fouls on the floor as he came off the curl. He's going to go to the free throw line because they're in the bonus.
Crazy to look at, you know, the players that are on the court right now. Just with 2 players, they've already been to 10 World Cups combined. Yep. It just kind of shows you the quality of basketball. And obviously, Rudy Fernandez and Huertas. But it also shows you how good that their countries have been for so long as well, that they have had an opportunity to be at 5 consecutive World Cups. Let's not forget that as well.
Absolutely.
You know, it's hard to make a World Cups. It's even harder to make Olympics, and both these men have been to multiple Olympics, multiple World Cups. That's pretty incredible when you think about it.
You know, and Rudy Fernandez was on the team in 06 when they won. He was on the team when they won. So he's a 2-time World Cup. Wait, this could be his 3rd one. Here he is outside again. Brazil sit back in this 2-3. They're going to go offensive foul and wipe that off. Foul's called on Rudy Fernandez. Away from the ball. I didn't see it, so, and he doesn't agree with it, but that's not unusual. And as you can see right at the bottom of the shot, I think he took about 4 sideways steps to set that screen. He'll be on the Spanish Dancing with Stars. Last shot of this first quarter has been fascinating. De Paulo will hold it, and he's impressed, De Paulo. Down the lane, goes strong and kicks. Inishi for 3 is long, and that's a great look to end the first quarter for Brazil. They have the 1-point lead. Both teams have come out here in Jakarta and put on a high-level first quarter. It's a 1-point game. Brazil lead at 22-21 over Spain.
Well, we said it, a lot on the line. Possibly the winner of this game will win the pool. There you see the hot shooting by both teams, 83% for Brazil. It's not a bad start. It's 60 in the 60s, and they're obviously Brazil. They're missing their one of their main players, Neto, but other players have stepped up, and one of them was De Paulo. Right there, you saw him penetrate and kick. And, well, I mean, Spain, for me, Spain, how deep and the quality of the players that they have on their bench. And there's no superstars. It's just they play with such a smart basketball IQ, and they share the ball. They're unselfish. They do what they think is going to make the team better offensively and defensively. And this is why it's one of the best teams in the world, the best team in the world right now, with the FIBA World Ranking at #1. They can wear teams out with how deep their bench is.
Yeah, it's about a relentless level, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I think there are lots of teams in this World Cup that can really play well. Can they play well for 40? Spain do that better than anyone else. There's the call sign 1891 QR code at the bottom. Download that app. Every game live, highlights, stories, features, stats, everything's there. Download that. You'll see that QR code on a number of occasions through the broadcast. So coming back out, start of the second quarter. Checks in for his first action, so that means Spain have now got 11 deep, and we're only just starting the second quarter. Alberto Diaz gets Spain on the move. Aldama outside. Fernandez against this very stretched Chukri zone. Diaz in the corner. Will Spain carry on shooting the ball well? I don't know how long they'll be able to stay in that zone. It slows the tempo, but Spain shooting at a more than good enough percentage. Manishi puts it on the floor, breaks it down. Nice little hand, shovel little pass, gets it back. 10 on the possession. Manishi feels the double team. Nice pass, super pass. Diaz gets the 2, but it was all the control beforehand.
Starting with Vinici splitting that trap, finding Caboclo underneath, and just good patience.
Garuba on the inside, has to back it out, doesn't want to go early. Diaz moves it on. Swayed up to the lane, is blocked. Got to go a little bit harder than that. Manishi. And Alberto Diaz, let's just say, takes one for the team. If you're going to go down the middle, and Bruno Caboclo is there, you've got to come up with a little bit more than that, because that's just like feeding him. Manishi will inbound, Huertas. Back live. Garuba with the steal. Oh, great pass. Super pass. Great hands by Aldama. He'll have to go to the free throw line. I thought that opportunity had gone.
Yeah, when Fernandez started to pull it back out instead of attacking the basket, but just a heads-up play there by the captain and the veteran of this team. He knew his big men were running. He was going to reward them. Could have really gone to Garuba as well.
Yep. Santiago Aldama on the free throw line. Makes both. Didn't look like this either. Yeah, we'll give it up through the air. Nino Huertas will take the ball screen. Garuba. Fernandez has to come help. Great finish. That's how you beat that double team.
It's also a great heads-up play. It's hard to catch the ball in that position, and then his awareness to know that he probably has help side that came as soon as he caught it, and his, he had good body control.
Suela comes off the screen, gets to the foul line, wraps it to Diaz. He made one from the other corner. 3 from 3 for Alberto Diaz. Loving that corner. Huertas gives it up. Diaz for 3 is no good. Oh, on the glass. There is not a stat line that Caboclo doesn't appear in already in this game. Aldama will go back to Fernandez, gets it back. At the back of the hand, Rudy Fernandez for the 3 is good. Hey, there's a rhythm to this one.
There really is, and I don't think either team is playing defense badly. I just think their offense is that good.
Huertas turns the corner again. Quick hands. Suela with the easy throw down for 2. Brazil will take the first time out with 7:20 to go in the second quarter. Spain have the 34-28 lead. And we can talk about it just a little bit more after we listen to Coach, but both teams asking questions, but at the moment, both teams are finding the answer offensively.
Está empurrando na saída do bloqueio e paramos na falta lá, tá bom? Aqui nós vamos 14 aqui, vamos 14, tá? Deixa eles inverterem no Vitor, o Vitor vai sair mesmo assim, que eles vão inverterem. A gente segue fazendo shake, segue tentando fazer shake, tá? Se não deu shake, o Bruno vem na bola rápido com o Marcelo e recebe a bola aqui no shot roll, igual fizemos na outra. Tudo bem? Todo mundo bem espaçado. Nós vamos fazer shake. Vamos fazer a 14 completa pro Vitor, tentar o shake pro Vitor. Em último caso, a gente vem bloquear. Nós vamos tentar o Vitor o tempo inteiro. Fique esperto só. Você tá embaixo, o Vitor entrou. Ou ele usa o shake ou ele usa a saída sua.
Well, shown it like Alberto Diaz, did we get a real players to make 3 threes coming off the bench pretty much within minutes of, seconds of entering the floor, made his thirst. But they seem to have worked out where they're going to get open looks against this zone.
Yeah, I can't imagine them staying in zone much longer with the way that Spain are shooting the ball right now, and especially that man. You know, it has been working. They're only trailing by 6. It's not a lot, but gotta find the shooters.
Yeah. Spain just overload it a little bit, and they get an option they won't cover. They're even asking Carabuco to handle it now against the pressure. To Paulo. Huertas and Benici in the 1-2-3 spots for Brazil. Huertas lifts, he's gonna have to put this up, no time on the clock, takes the tough runner, knocks it down. Brazil get just a warning for playing with the basketball after the basket was scored. No time on the clock, as you can see, 0.5 of a second when he released it. No panic. Been there, done it,
How many times has he done that before?
Alberto Diaz. Aldama. Aruba will hand it off. Rudy Fernandez wants to be aggressive. Drops it inside. Second move. Great rebound. Goes out of bounds. And Spain miss a little gimme. Garuba. How hard does Garuba go up? Wow. To Paulo. Benici. Played a lot of years in Spain. Will know everybody on the floor. Gets it in the corner. Stops, pops, fills it up. Just in rhythm. He's a scorer. Alberto Diaz. Garuba extends the floor. Aldama. Diaz wants the foul. That's just keep playing hard. Here's Diaz out top, 10 on the possession. Fernandez steps back. He made the last one, back-to-back threes for Rudy Fernandez. There should be an age limit. We should make people retire. It's
I was
just
just about to say, you know, you felt it the other night, and then tonight he's just proving that he's still at this level as he looks over. I think he looked over at coach, though, and said, hey, I think I need a substitution sometime soon.
Well, Rudy was keen to get out.
Yeah, he was. He thought it was for him, and he's looking, saying, hey.
He was halfway to the sideline.
But you know what? I like that, and he knows it well enough as, you know, as well. Like, I got to tell coach when I'm tired. You don't just try and stay in there.
To Paulo. And to the corner. Skips it out. Will call for three is long. That's you got to say that's a success for Spain if they find him on the three-point line. Here's Nunes. This way to curl, super pass, great finish. How to read the defense. Super execution by Spain. Nunes just read it, put the pass on the money. Thiago outside. It must be a tough pass, just blows past Nunes. Garuba says, get out of my house. Thiago peels himself off the floor. Usman Garuba just spiked it out of bounds. Thiago will inbound. Still only a 7-point game. Brazil just got to stay at the same level. Bill looks inside. Diaz gets it back, Mender in the corner for three is no good. Nunes, it's just relentless. Garuba beats everyone down the floor. Brizuela takes the three. Thiago backs it out, moves it on. Mendo looks down to the block. Oh, what a pass. De Paulo made the shot, made the shot harder than it could have needed to be. Wide open, Aldama for three, got it. It's just a machine that keeps rolling.
talked about it on game day one. Every time you make a mistake against the Spanish team, boy, do they make you pay. And let's not forget, we haven't seen the Hernan Gomez brothers in a while either. So it shows you how strong they really are.
Acapulco's just gone back, taken back-to-back threes. His inside partner, Diaz, takes one as well. Nunes is fouled in transition. That was on the floor. Well, Sergio Scariolo wants it reviewed. I don't think you can review it. Nunes wants...
You can upgrade a foul.
Yeah, I don't think he can upgrade. He's talking about, was it a shooting foul? The referee automatically said it was on the floor, and I don't think they can review that. I thought it was on the floor. I thought it was early. Nunes out top. Clever will swing the baseline. Aldama swings. Garuba just owns that low block. Going to work down low. Goes with a hook off the glass for two. Brazil take the timeout. Spain lead this one 44-32, and are looking special.
What more can you do defensively, though? I think that was a pretty good defensive possession there for Brazil, but Garuba somehow just makes them pay. Let's try and listen in and work on our Portuguese.
Iago vai trazer a bola para lateral. O Iago trouxe para lateral. O Jorge está aqui, ó. Jorge aqui, Cristiano, tá bom? Faz pro Cristiano, o Cristiano recebe. O Léo vai cruzar por baixo, o Lucas saiu. Lucas aqui aberto. Então estamos assim, ó. Lucas aberto, Léo no corner, Iago, Cristiano com a bola e o Jorge foi embora. Bloqueou e foi embora, certo ou não? A bola vai no Cristiano. A bola vai... Você bloqueou o Cristiano aqui embaixo e foi embora. A bola vai no Cristiano aqui, no cotovelo. O Iago vai ameaçar o mão a mão, recebe pouco mais de dentro.
Well, we're going to get a look. Swaley goes to the basket, but that stat that came up while coach was taking that timeout showed it. The three-point numbers are the same. The difference is, the two-point numbers are the same. The difference is they're 20% worse from the three-point line. But then you got to ask, you know, Carbulco and Diaz taking the last three-pointers.
Right.
Huertas, Benici, all those guys can step to the three-point line. Yeah. I just thought Carbulco in particular, you said it was just phenomenal.
How much success he has had playing around the rim. No need, I mean, we know he can shoot threes. He stepped out, knocked down a three the other day. Yeah, he can shoot them, but I agree. I don't think it should be a, you know, go inside, go to what works.
Now spins, gets the lane, slips, nice pass, gets it off. Super little finish by Felicio. He's off the bench on the score and gets on the score sheet. At the times you see players slip on that vinyl advertising. Here's Yule, comes back on a reposition. Nunes in the corner, a little indecisive, takes the one-footer though. Just strokes it. 5 points personal for Nunes. Felicio out top, we'll move it on. Thiago tries to turn the corner, gets to the foul line, gets a little contact, needs a pass. DePaulo splits the defense and kicks. Thiago halfway to the halfway line, just no problem, fills it up from deep. And that was like they were earlier in the game, exploring and patient.
Yeah.
Aldama will hand it off. Sergio Yule stops, puts up two. Rainbow like two. DePaulo pushes. Thiago in rhythm, pulls up for three, doesn't get it to go. And Sergio Yule gets it out of bounds as Felicio looks at the official, said, well, I had it. And he just took my hand away. They had the ball on the baseline. There's no way the official's going to call that. Garuba and Aldama, and when you don't really want it to get any worse for Brazil, Hernan Gomez come back in. And Clever, starting lineup. And Spain started the game with Nunes, almost comes up with a steal. They've given it a 24-second, there's no way that was a reset. And they tried to salvage it by setting it to full team, but Nunes never had control of the basketball. 48-37, and I actually don't think Brazil played bad defense. Spain have just been so efficient.
So efficient. Every player that has played for them has been efficient.
Iago drops inside. Bushi goes up with a finger roll. He's fouled. And there was almost no need to foul him because he wasn't quite ready for it. Went up, got hit, will go to the free throw line. Willie again, Gomez picks up the personal. Second personal for Willie. Makes a second. This is where Brazil just have to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
I was thinking the same thing. It's 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes. Try go into the half, no more down by, 10 I would say would be the most that you should feel comfortable. Single digits would be great.
So you're with the 3 on the clock, 5 to 3 is long. And as a team, Spain just owned it. The Hernan Gomez family played 2-on-2 with Brazil. You're inside to the corner. Nunes had it, puts it on the little floater for 2. Peels himself off the floor. Well, what were we saying? Efficient, super finish.
That was a floater with his right hand. He's left-handed, folks. And he's a teenager.
Boko in the lane, gets the 2, and it's exactly what we were talking about. Go back to your office and
where you're more efficient.
Yeah. Still only a 10-point game. I don't know how much better Spain can play than this, so Brazil, if they hang around. Sergio Scariolo will take the timeout with 48.8 seconds remaining. 14-second reset. They need it 50 to 40. He'll be looking for 12 or 14 and a half. Whereas Brazil will be looking for 8 and 10.
Yes, exactly,
it's an important part of the game. Let's take a listen.
Nos queda una falta por hacer, ¿eh? Tengo una falta por hacer. Ahora, Juan aquí, Sergi, no, Juan aquí, Juancho, Billy, Víctor, jugamos 1 chin, ¿vale? Venimos, la pasa, bloquea, te vas, juega pick and roll Juan y el ciego Sergi. ¿Vale? Tú la pasas y vas a la esquina. ¿Ok? ¿Vale? Tenemos tiempo. Venga, va. Vamos.
Well, Spain will have 14 seconds on the sideline. There's pretty much 49 seconds remaining in this first half. And there's been plenty of moments in this World Cup where you feel privileged to be watching the games you're watching, and this is one of them, because I really don't know how much better Spain could play. They have just been exceptional. Hernan Gomez, they're there on the ball reversal. Nunes, why not get it to Nunes? Spain in the zone. Clever open for the 3 is short. Ball goes out of bounds. Garuba couldn't control it. Santos does a nice job competing for it. Sorry, yeah, Santos does a nice job competing for it. You mentioned the other day, it's, you got the assistant coach, Luis Gil, directing operations. The Spain bench really does it as a team, right?
Yeah, they really do. I asked you, I was like, is the assistant coach allowed to be standing as much as they are in Spain? And you said, yeah, as long as the head coach is sitting down.
Paolo doesn't get it to drop. Nunes gets the rebound. They got 25 seconds. It's about a 2 seconds, differential between the game and the shot clock. Gil has it. Brazil have 2 to give if they want to use them. Yul turns the corner, kicks to the corner. Nunes 4-3 is short. Garuba's on the glass, great rebound. DePaulo in transition, they're gonna get it away. Yes, they are! They're gonna count it. And Brazil, you've got to say, end in a bonus situation, only 8 down against the Spain team that I really do not think can play any better than that. It just was a phenomenal half of basketball by the defending champions.
Well, I think offensively that was just a clinic put on by Spain, but we got to give credit where credit is due. Brazil 42 points in that half against some very, very strong, aggressive, denying, trapping defense by Spain, and they were still able to score 42 points. I guess the referees are going to take a quick look to see if it counts.
To me, it looked good. No one seemed to have a problem with it. No one in Spain had a problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
He's already released it, and the lights have already then come on, so. Yeah. Well, you got the technology, you got to use it, or you should use it, just in case. Clearly, before the lights came on.
And yeah, no, just like I was saying, I mean, we talked about it. You said Spain would love to be going into the half up 12 or 14. They missed a couple last opportunities. Maybe went a little bit too early on that last one, because a nice heads-up play there by DePaulo to find the big man. I think it was Felicio who scored, right? Running the floor hard. There you do not see percentages. Sorry about that, guys. I'll tell you what's going on, though. From 2-point range, 81% for Brazil. That is outstanding against a very good defense, let's not forget. And Spain shooting 69% from 2. It's more than 3-point shooting, 4 for 17, 24% for Brazil. And their big men are stepping out and shooting. And you know, we mentioned that guy right there, Bruno. You know, I'm not saying his 2 3-point shots were bad, but it was just that he was so efficient from inside. So why even step outside? They hadn't stopped you yet, so continue to do what works. And then Willy Hernan Gomez, you know, 6 points, 3 for 4. It's been quiet, but he's been great.
Well, gonna get a look at the best plays of that second quarter. So I don't think we've got enough time to see the best plays, because there's been so many quality plays. Alberto Diaz came off the bench and went 3 from 3 from the 3-point line. Both corners and the elbow. Just anyone who came off that Spanish bench actually was instant in terms of their contribution. But I'll just reiterate the point, when Brazil keep it balanced, when they keep breaking down the on-ball defense, they're getting great looks. And Spain haven't found the answer to Garbuco on the inside. Garbuco's found the answer, he's extended himself. So, like you, he can shoot the 3, but he has not been stopped on the inside.
Yeah, if they don't stop you, don't stop doing it. And I think great first half from him. And he's really come into his own. I mean, the first game against Iran, he scored in double digits. He was at the last World Cup 4 years ago, and he didn't score in double digits once. So it just shows the improvement he has made over the last 4 years. And Spain, it was beautiful basketball. It was really, really fun to watch. But guess what? It's only an 8-point game, so clearly Brazil are doing something well and something right. And that's why they're only down 8. I mentioned it before the game even started. I have been really, really impressed with Brazil in their preparation games. Got to watch some of their preparation games, but then also in that first game of the tournament where they played Iran. Brazil looked like a different team. They're serious. They're here for business.
Well, we'll take a break and we'll see you for the second half shortly. Don't go anywhere. This is a great one.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Fournier, oh, dumping down low, and how about that? And one by Rusele. And Latvia just not ready to defend the out-of-bounds play.
That's all it was.
Shot clock. How about that? What a game that man is having for Latvia. Number 55. Shot clock. Game clock, I should say. Tough shot. He gets it up, and it's good! As he is going to put France up 33-26 after 10. How about that?
And Lebanon in the first game, and it is through their defense, their offensive rebound, and all those things.
Welcome to the world, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. How easy does he make it look?
Too easy.
Mills, looking for some help?
Give me a spell.
Wow.
Give me a spell!
He's got 13!
My goodness!
Oh, hello.
Good night.
Great pass. It's an easy pass, I guess, when you've got a guy like Markkanen with his size.
Kawamura shakes again, this time Conturini, and he makes it in his eye! Japan, a 4-point lead, and this guy's got ice in his veins.
Another pump fakes the pass, goes in. Has to go for the tip in. No good. Now Angola can push this. Down finds food on Fernando and Boa Noche. Good night. Fernando with no regard for the transition defense.
That was a vicious finish there from Fernando.
Oh, RJ Barrett!
Hey, Dar, stay down after that. You got a picture of him there, like he sort of rolled it.
Backdoor feed, Giddy. That shot always 100%.
That was through Tiemann, who went up with Giddy, and Giddy was still able to knock it down.
Away in the flush. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We're at halftime of Brazil and Spain. Spain had the 50-42 advantage. And we were just talking off air about, you know, how good was that first half? You know, shooting percentages and everything else. Both teams, inside, outside, their defense. And the thing is really impressive, Diaz with 9 points, Nunes with 3 assists, and Nunes with 4 rebounds. So, you know, guard-wise, he just does a great job on the glass as well. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, how they can maintain this level, because we were saying like the defense was actually good defense. So how good was that?
That's, you know, it was almost an offensive clinic from both teams, because defensively I thought they were aggressive, they were following shooters, they were trying to push them off of on-ball screens. You know, they were getting the ball out of the ball handler, the point guard's hands with, you know, trapping on a second pick and roll that happened, and this is both teams, so that's how good offensively they have been. I think, you know, obviously Spain has the deeper bench. I think they proved it, especially with vintage Rudy Fernandez. You know, 8 points already. I know Sergio Yul didn't play a lot, but he had that big 2-point, you know, the rainbow shot that seems to never come down, but when it does, it hits nothing but net. Like, really, other than Para, Scariolo played everyone, and I think that's what benefits Spain greatly. There's still 20 minutes left, and you know, Bruno from Brazil, he played almost 18 minutes. You have Iago, who's at around 15 minutes. Miendel, you know, he played big minutes in that first half. De Paula, who's sort of taking over the role for Neto, you know, good job by him. Didn't score a lot, but he had some 4 important assists, as we see the game leaders for Brazil. Do Brazil have enough? There's still 20 minutes left. They played really well in the first half. I'm just worried that Spain is going to tire them out. I hope I'm wrong, because I would love to see this game go down to the wire. I think they're in an incredibly good position, only being down 8 points. It's single digits. It's 3 possessions. That's nothing to come back into the game.
Well, absolutely nothing. And I think that's the most important point you made. Like, will they be able to go for 40? Yeah, and in particular, will Bruno Caboclo be able to go for 40? Because he's been exceptional, absolutely exceptional. It's just, it's been him. He's had some help because Diaz did okay. Felicio came in and did really well. But Spain have just been running bodies at him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be intriguing to see. Brazil spent a fair bit more time in the locker room than Spain. I'm hoping they were saying they can't play any better than that. We just got to keep our defense at this level and just keep taking the right options. We're right in the game. I hope that's what they said, because at the end of the day, that was just a tremendous performance by Spain, and they played well, Brazil.
They played very, very well. And I said it before, I believed it. I said it at the beginning of the tournament. I believed it again after their first game. I believed it before this game started, and I still believe it now at halftime. This is a special Brazilian team, and I think they're flying under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the Neto injury, though, and as well as De Paulo has done, he's gone in and filled those minutes. But Neto is such an offensive threat. A little bit quicker, a little bit more. Let's take a listen to the coach before the start of the second half.
A gente vai tentar o backdoor do Léo, pela frente, tá bom? Vamos na defesa, vamos dar tudo na defesa. Não se preocupa com falta, não se preocupa com falta. Principalmente corta e vienes a la gana, Léo. Venga, va. 1, 2, 3.
Just about to start. There's the quarter. Spain go with the same lineup as do Brazil that they both started the game with. Iago, great curl as it just about hangs on. Gets it back to Iago, tries to turn the corner, does, kicks, extra pass to the corner. Wow, defensively, unbelievable execution. Just great rebound by Mendel on the glass. Well, that's literally deja vu. Spain with the first look at it in the half court. Nunes. Joey Gomez, deep. Willie Gomez is fouled. And that little change where they bring out Juancho and dive Willie to the front of the ring was really productive the other day, and he's productive again. Two for two from the line. Iago and Nunes going at it. Iago stops, fires up the three, fills it up. Not exactly an old age player at 24 himself. Just gets his feet set and knocks it down. Nunes goes at it in the lane, nice pass. Willie Gomez goes up. Great defensive effort, though. 6 on the possession. Gonna have to put it up. Get it away. Great work on the glass by Clever. Spain just never quit on the play. Brazil running the other way. Clever picks up a personal, has to take one for the team. The defensive effort by Brazil on the last possession.
Almost a perfect defensive effort.
Except they just couldn't.
Except the box out, yeah.
De Paulo will take the ball streak. Caboclo will dive, but De Paulo turns it over. Yul gets up close, pressures the ball, generates the turnover. Juan Nunes will advance the basketball for Spain. Yul comes off the ball screen, pick and pop with again Gomez. Ball doesn't stick. 10 on the possession. Yul, baseline, puts the floater up, doesn't get it to Rob. Bruno Hidalgo comes down with a rebound. Iago turns the corner, fly by, wait for the land, doesn't get the three to drop. It's tough on the glass. Clever cleans up the mess. Yul looks inside, they go high-low. Clever in rhythm for three, is good. Iago. Jersey Yul couldn't contain the dribble. Again, takes one for the team. I think that's the second team foul on Spain. Yes, it is. The graphic is the wrong way around. Yul's everywhere defensively. Leads the break, stops, fires up the three, is long. And Brazil have numbers. Adel goes inside, off the glass, can't complete it. Again, Gomez collects the rebound. Spain 5 on 4 here. They just find the open man. Yul turns it down. And that's a unnecessary foul by Suarez.
Yeah, unnecessary. Good job on defense getting back. Yul maybe passed up an open shot. He just missed one before that.
Abaniche checks in, Suarez sits. The referees sorted out that Spanish bench, even though we said that one gets up at a time. All three were filling the coaching box. Again, Gomez, clever off the screen, 10 on the possession. It's knocked away, and that's a turnover. Well, if you can pick up, you should be able to hear Sergio Scariolo not happy at all at the turnover. Beniche wraps the pass. Valco finds it in the corner, tough catch. Gets out of the corner, leans away, doesn't get the roll. Rebound will find its way into the hands of Brazil. Mendel for three is off. Whistle on the play. Juancho Hernan Gomez is going to be charged with the personal. That'll be the third. And now the fourth team foul for Spain. And having said, it's very rare you see Spain get into foul trouble. They're in the penalty with 6:30 to go. So Beniche on the free throw line. He's had a great career in the ACB in Spain. So again, another, as a lot of these players across this World Cup.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you know, the ACB, I think, is one of the if not outside of maybe men's EuroLeague, probably one of the best leagues in Europe, domestically.
Yeah. Nunes breaks the defense down, wraps the pass around, short push is good. Hernan Gomez is back in that office. Iago turns the corner, back cut, Mendel pass side, everything is blocked. And Hernan Gomez says, no, not here. Waves the finger at him. Watch this. It's not going anywhere. And then just waves that finger. You're not bringing that in here. Mendel puts it on the floor. Needs a pass, goes upstairs. Well, deep, has to go outside. Diaz for three is no good. Yule comes down with the rebound. And for as well as I think Brazil have played, it's still a 10-point game. Oh, great pass. Okay, Gomez misses it, wants the foul, doesn't get it. Iago at speed for two. They're gonna wipe that off. Yeah. Was it going in?
His own teammate.
Yeah, I
thought it's our...
Let's have a look. Minimal.
I don't know the rule well enough, I don't think.
Well, you can't touch the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, Gomez, and what? They're gonna call that offensive, and that's gonna go down really badly. I don't think you can review it on a foul.
No.
The referee was absolutely 100% adamant on the call.
Yeah, maybe he kind of grabbed Caboclo his arm.
Yeah, it looked like he extended it. Once he extends it, makes the call easy-ish for the official, but I'm trying to help the official there. Beniche. It's above the ring. Diaz joins the game and pushes. Hernan Gomez has it knocked away. So Hernan Gomez cleans up the mess.
Well, if you're going to call it on one end of the court, you got to call it on the other end, right? And they're saying the ball was still on the cylinder, and Spanish player. Yeah, see, he's saying, hey, we called it here. Let's take a look. Good defense there by Caboclo.
Okay, goes up. The Brazilian player's hand pushed the Spanish player's hand onto the ring.
But,
how it looks.
It's the same way if the ball goes out of bounds, right? And you have your hand on the ball and someone pushes your hand from behind.
I'm not sure why we've now got a delay. Gias has to, I think Gias is being told, I think they've sent both teams back to their own end, so, and they are going to look at it, but I'm not really sure under what basis are they looking at it. They haven't put the referee's microphones on yet. Now they have, so let's take a listen.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Red has the... Continue.
Frame by frame. Back. Back. Go. So both player out in the both players are. I think we're canceling the basket because red was hitting the the hands of the red is in front of the hands of the good yellow. Okay. So we cancel the basket, right? Confirm? Yeah, confirm. The basket is cancelled. No basket. Basket interference. Yeah, go ball.
Well, like we said, they called it on one end, and I think that's the right call.
I think at neither end did it actually affect the play. But
yeah,
you're right, they've called it one way, although Spain will argue that the only reason Jürgen Gomez hit the ring is because his hand was knocked there, but it doesn't matter. Iago's going to take the three and it's short. Well, we've said this in probably the last 3 games we've done. Spain get a little bit frustrated with the officials here, but they're making calls, and it's happened.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to go with it. And I don't think there's anything that's been obviously wrong, if that's the way to word it. And both teams are being equally affected by it, so it's Dominique. Behind the back, goes inside. Balco with the turnaround, 2, foul on the play. And when he's inside the keyway, he is tough to guard.
The free throw line and below, I think, is where he needs to make his living. Because he has a good shot. You know, that to me, for him, is a good shot.
Yeah.
And you said it, I mean, Spain have been in the bonus. Brazil, for me, they need to stay aggressive. Iago, go ahead, get the outlet pass, get the defensive rebound, push the tempo right now, make them have to foul you, because then you're gonna earn yourself a trip to the free throw line. There's still 4.5 minutes in this quarter.
Yeah. I was just about to ask you when you thought we'd see Marcelino Huertas, but we are just about to, so. Brazil back to where they were at the half, 8 down. Huertas checks back in. And if there's a guy on that Brazil roster that can make decisions to really exploit the team foul situation, it's Marcelino Huertas. So the other thing is that Caboclo's going to go for 35 minutes plus here at this rate. Just a phenomenal performance, great engine. Here's Alberto Diaz. Okay, Gomez extends the floor. Deep catch. Caboclo plays great defense. Really challenged that shot.
I mean, don't forget, that's the MVP of the Eurobasket last year. He's going to have to get it over, and he does.
Just about, yeah. Huertas. Diaz will go under. Mendel turns the corner, hits the corner. De Paulo goes hard down the lane and throws it down. Enough said. What a finish. Whistle away from the basketball. Again, Gomez is fouled. That'll be the third team foul for Brazil. Picks up the personal. This is the point we were making at the half show. Like, again, Gomez brothers going hard, like really going hard deep. So what do you do when Carbocos begins to get tired? You bring Garuba in.
And this is, you know, that's what they can do to you for 40 minutes a game. Also, Rudy Fernandez, he had a great first half for them.
João Homengola's off with a 3. Mendel's really been solid so far for Brazil. Brings it inside. Huertas says no. Let's have a look at it in the half court. Turns the corner on Garuba, was late. Great find. Diaz just throws it to Alex Abrines. Abrines one-on-one will give it up. Rudy Fernandez down the lane and kicks. Open for the 3 is good. Explored the penetration, drew the defense. Again, Gomez wide open, and Spain share it and open it out back to a 9-point advantage. De Paula down the lane again, kicks it. Huertas still with 7 on the clock. Diaz just attacks the basketball. Huertas in the lane is short. Diaz wants to lead the break. Gives it up. Garuba down the lane. Watch out. Again, Gomez stays with it. De Paula knocks it out of bounds. Spain will get a new full team. And coach, I think quite rightly, Coach De Conchi says, no, I don't want to challenge that one. Not now. I'm not getting anything out of challenging that.
Oh, it is yellow ball.
In fact, they've given it to yellow. That's why he didn't need to challenge it. Sergio Scariolo is a bemused coach at the moment.
I think
Malicio's going to check it.
Everyone thought it was a red ball. I mean, yeah. I thought it was red ball, so.
Spain feeling aggrieved again. Antonio Huertas into the half court. Powell's just come alive after the throwdown. Huertas. Brazil do a great job moving the basketball. 10 remains on the possession. Tries to turn the corner. Garuba just attacks it. Felicia's down the lane for 2.
It's going to be an and one, a 3-point opportunity. So a good job there by the big man. Nice body control.
Chance to make this a 6-point game.
Oh yeah, I think he got two-hand pushed. Look at this coming from.
Let's just say I think the official called what he thought he saw. As in, I think he thought he saw Jurgen Gomez's hands on it, but that was after. That was almost trying to steady it before he fell.
Helping him
almost
land.
Felicio on the free throw line, who's done it exactly what he did in the first half. Came in, played around the ring, makes a positive contribution. Brazil as close as they've been in a while. 6-point game. Diaz. That's a holding foul as Rudy tries to come through. And how many times across his career has Rudy Fernandez showed the official what was being and what was happening? That'll put Brazil on 14 fouls, only 1:51 to go. Alex Abrines has played minimal minutes after starting game day 1. In the game right now, Garuba is the release. Alberto Diaz. Abrines. De Paula all over the passing lane. Wow. Aldama drops it inside. Garuba. Deep for Aldama with no time on the clock. Gets the ring, goes over the back. And it's going to be a Brazilian ball. Hey, the floor wiper thought he was going to have his moment of glory there.
But Felicio says, no, you're too small, buddy.
Absolutely, yeah, too small. Give me that. 6-point game, as close as they've been in a long time. Brazil with a chance to cut this to a 3 or a 2-point game. Janino Huertas off the ball screen to Paulo Flares. Needs a pass, finds one, hits the corner, gets it back, looks to attack it. Fernandez plays great defense. Huertas is going to go out that matchup. Abrines, how quick was that? Picked his pocket. Garuba finds Aldama underneath, goes up, little ball fake for two is good. And when you need to back your defense, Abrines, how quick was that? Huertas comes off the stagger. He hit the corner, DePaulo in there, can't get it to go. Diaz, 3-on-2 break here for Spain. Abrines, feet set for the three, it's short. Garuba's on the floor. Brazil have a 4-on-3 opportunity. DePaulo gives it, Iago's in the game.
Just about to say, this game is getting a little bit out of control the last minute or so.
And Alberto Diaz just puts his body on the line. He's going to have to step out. I think that's like being run over by a train. At speed, Paulo really went through him quite hard. Not in any way apart from in his action. He was just at speed. Santos checks in late in this third quarter. 38.5 seconds remain. Spain still just up by the 6. Brazil need to get over that hump. Garuba's the release. Nunes will advance it. Wow. In the lane. Aldama puts it on the floor. It's inside, has it knocked away, has to stay with it. Brazil scramble it. That should be a Brazil basketball. Either. Victor Claver is going to come in. 26.7 seconds remain in the quarter. 2-second differential between game and possession. Iago will inbound the basketball. Huertas has come back to close out this third quarter. I know it's small, but it's not a bad backcourt combination with Huertas and Iago. 10 on the possession. Iago will take the ball screen, tries to turn the corner, goes into the lane. Mendy had the open corner shot, turns it down. 4 on the clock, going to have to put it up. Takes the tough one, drops the 3. That'll do it for the third quarter. Brazil as close as they have been in a very long time. Trail Spain at the end of 3. And now with his feet all over the place, off balance, running back, leaning back, nothing but string. And everybody in the arena was up. There's the confirmation at the moment, as close as they've been. 59-64, Spain have the 5-point lead.
Well, you said they have to get over that hump. It was about a 6-point lead, no less than a 6-point lead for a long time, even more for Spain. Every time you thought Spain were going to run away with it, Brazil came back, still shooting the ball exceptionally well. 3-point shots is really where it's hurting them, both teams. This is an offensive game, a little bit more defense this quarter, but for the most part, some of the shots that we've seen made by both teams has really been exciting.
Well, a 17-14 quarter. Spain, having scored 50.5, come up with 14. They begin to dry up at some point. And all we said was that Brazil need to hang around, and they have. And you've got to say, at the moment, there's momentum with Brazil.
Mark, you and I have enjoyed a game where a team was trailing by about 5 or 6 all game long, never took their first lead until 37.7 seconds left in the game and ended up winning. So anything is possible.
Yeah, same time, same place for us. Two great teams going at it head-to-head last night. Latvia had the huge win over France. Brazil going to take down the defending champions. We're 10 minutes away from knowing the answer to that. Spain will have possession of the basketball. Aldama comes back. Rudy Fernandez checks back in. And Brines and Nunes for Spain. Iago and Paolo, who've really spent an enormous amount of floor time out there. Malicio's still in the game. Diaz is in the game, and Wendell obviously stays. Nunes into the half court. Will take the ball screen, gets to the elbow, picks and pops with Aldama. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Well, it's a great series, but Garuba goes strong, gets to the far side of the ring and just bullies his way and goes up and just kisses the backboard. Iago. Oh, nice curl. Felicio makes the right decision. Iago penetrates, needs to pass. Goes inside, whistle on the play, hooking. Brazil get a new 14. Michel gets it to Iago. Down back-to-back threes, nope. Defensive rebound. Aldama, Spain in transition. Fernandez goes upstairs. Garuba! No!
Hanging on the rim. Woo.
Well, here's the replay. He's down. Yeah, there's no one underneath him. He has no mitigating reason for hanging there. But what a finish. Iago will shoot the technical foul. Brazil will have the ball under their own basket. Closes to an 8-point game. Sergio Scariolo, he may be frustrated about it, but people can think almost what they want on this, but the rule is the rule.
Yeah.
And there was no, you can hang there.
You can hang if there's someone underneath you, right?
Yeah, but there was no one, was there?
Well, I mean, he did a chin-up.
Yeah. Made it look ridiculously easy, too.
Yes, he did.
Iago. He's looking aggressive, but playing very, very smart basketball at the moment. Felicio is the pick and pop. He's not a threat, though, on that pick and pop. Iago, Garuba recovers. Paolo has to put it up. He's short. Pushing foul. Rudy Fernandez on the floor. Felicio on the floor, as is Abuko. It's all about energy for me, for Brazil right now. They've got to keep their energy level high. Spain are just going to wear them down. Brazil have got to keep their energy level high. They cannot have a flat moment right now. Nunes with the basketball, gets it into the half court. Aldama and Garuba combined. Felicio down and playing D. Nunes, 10 on the possession. Great cut by Abrines. And Nunes saw it, Abrines saw it, but it wasn't there. And Nunes turns it over. Looked like one of those passes he wanted to make because he really thinks he could. Rudy Fernandez just says, look, you don't need it. We're good enough. Iago will advance the basketball, 8-point game. Looks to turn the corner at pace. Welcome for the three-point line is off. Later in the clock for me, maybe. Fernandez goes upstairs again. Garuba just holds on. Aldama is fouled. And I think Rudy Fernandez is just showing what a veteran he is. Spain take it to the ring. Brazil settle for a three. Brazil will take the timeout. 7:51 to go in the fourth. Spain lead it by 8. We'll come back and shoot free throws after the timeout. Let's listen to Coach Do Conchi.
Vamos jogar mais uma dessa, ombro. Nós vamos jogar mais uma, ombro. O Jorge está aqui, ó. Léo, você está aqui. Léo aqui. Iago, vamos pro mesmo lado. Vamos pro mesmo lado. O Jorge vai começar aqui, ó. Nós vamos começar invertidos os dois, tá? O Tim aqui e o Jorge aqui. Os dois começam a invertir. O Léo vai sair. A hora que você pegar a bola, Bruno, eles estão jogando isso. Tem o arremesso de novo, chuta de novo. Se não deu, ó, você dribla, o Léo corta e o Jorge vem com a mão esquerda pra cá. Tá bom? O Léo corta e o Jorge vem agressivo com a mão esquerda. Entendeu ou não? Entendeu? Léo, corta e sai de novo pra cá, ó. Corta e sai do mesmo lado pro Jorge vir com a mão esquerda.
Well, Carbocco with a double-double. And I think both of us would think he can shoot the three.
Yeah, he can.
Keep having a look there first. He's had a phenomenal game, though.
Oh, I think he's had a great game. I mean, 15 and 10 already in the game, and there you see the technical foul. Garuba there just...
It's that bit, right?
Yeah.
Santiago Aldama on the free throw line. Chance to get Spain back into a double-digit lead. And it is a barrier once you're into double digits. Shouldn't really change anything for Brazil. 7:51, there's an eternity to go. Aldama goes 2 for 2. And the current reigning champions go to a 10-point lead. Iago. You know, Sean, I'm going to say it right now, like, you were really adamant that they would really miss Nito, and they are.
Yeah.
You know, that two-guard spot really missed him. Come over for 3. Well, they ran it still for him. It was what they wanted to run coming out the timeout. Couldn't get it to drop. Abrines. A lot of action away from the ball, so he has it, puts it on the floor. Lane opens up, backs it out. 7 on the possession, Nunes. Garuba with the ball screen. Nunes goes upstairs to him. What a finish! Garuba just didn't take his eyes off the basketball.
That was a great finish in contact, and like you said, never took his eyes off the basketball or the rim. There's not a lot of people who finish with someone coming underneath you.
And Spain have gone to the ring every possession at the same time as Brazil have gone pick and pop for the 3.
And Brazil, I mean, their two-point shooting percentage, they're shooting 62% compared to just 22% from 3. They're successful. You know, they were in the 80s for most of this game from 2-point.
And this is what great work by Garuba. Nunes is blocked. He's going to go to the line. And Spain are just wearing down Brazil. Minute by minute, possession by possession. There's always a hand in the lane. There's always on the floor. And Garuba just puts his body on the line. He's going to go out. Willy Jorge Gomez comes back in. Watch this. He was second favorite. And look what happens now. It's a Spanish effort to get on the glass.
You know, I question with how deep Spanish's bench is if Brazil could stick around, and by no means is this game over. 7 minutes, only 13 points now. There's plenty and plenty of time. But this is how good Spain is. They are going to wear you down. They don't have the superstars that they had before, but they have a very, very deep bench, and they play with heart. They play with energy. They play with intensity. For 40 minutes, that's tough to go up against.
Iago, Brazil have to tick it over, and again they're in the passing lane, and it's just a little bit. We are second-guessing every pass when Spain are in every passing lane. 14-point game. They really need to tick it over on this possession. Suarez back in the game. Suarez down low. Goes up with a hook. Go down low. Make it happen on the inside, Brazil. Nunes will find Abrines in the half court. Yule comes to collect. Guard pick. Nunes, feet set. And one. And I hope people got that picture.
You saw that.
That's like 3 generations of Spanish guards on the floor celebrating. By mistake, obviously, because Abrines slipped. Great picture, great 3, and 1. Juan Nunes on the free-throw line. And Spain just turned the screw that little bit tighter. Brazil go inside for 2. Spain come down with a 3, and it's going to be a 4-point play if he makes it, which he doesn't. I'm on the glass, make it a 5-point turnaround. And all of a sudden, it's a 17-point game. De Paula, Suarez, limited by foul trouble, making a contribution right now. Far side of the ring is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Is there anything that you're not challenged with? Every single, I mean, Brazil are not playing badly here at all.
Yeah. It just, you know, I think a lot of people question this Spanish team heading into this World Cup. It's true. I mean, okay, yeah, they went back in 2019. They had a very different team there. They have 5 players who were on that team in 2019. Their Eurobasket last summer was a surprise for everyone around. Maybe not. I think even them. I mean, Rudy Fernandez said in the pre-tournament press conference that it was one of his, you know, most favorite trophies because it was kind of a surprise. And then this year, you know, they have 7 returning players from that team. 1 year removed to only have 7 returning, that's not a lot. And I think it shows you how deep this Spanish Federation have developed their players. And you know, there are a lot of question marks around this Spanish team. They have the same character as every Spanish team because I think it's inherited in them. It's something genetic that they drink from birth or something. But you know, it is a new look team, and I think there are question marks around them. But in the 2 games that are, you know, game and 3.5 quarters that we have witnessed, I think they can challenge a lot of teams moving on in this tournament.
I would 100% agree. Here's Nunes on the free throw line, makes the first. Didn't like the foul that was committed when Bruno Caboclo went after it, went after the ball full court, caught him in the face. Misses the second. Back to a 17-point game. Iago gets it into the half court. Caboclo outside, moves it on to Paula. Still loads of time left in the game. They've got to start scoring again. De Paula wraps it. Iago attacks the closeout, gets it off. That's how you scramble. Iago on the inside, puts up a prayer. That is how you play defense. Wow. Nunes in transition, doesn't like the numbers, gets knocked out of bounds.
I think coaches watching, you need to clip that defensive possession by Spain because it wasn't perfect, but it was the effort to help the helper, to help the helper, to help the helper.
Every single man in the red shirt was on the move on every single change of the ball. Here's Yule. turns the corner, gets to the three-point line, gets to the foul line, stops, pops, fills it up. That's like rolling back the years for Sergio Yul. Operated in traffic, finds a little space and just pops it. Beautiful option.
So good at, you know, he's not incredibly quick. You know, not the tallest, not the strongest, but he knows how to use a screen and keep his defender on the back so they can't recover, and he's made a career out of that.
Absolutely.
Só que se eles perceberem que a gente vai fazer trap, eles vão enfiar o passe logo, eles não vão ficar segurando a bola. Nós temos que vir nas linhas de passe. Arrisca vir nas linhas de passe, entendeu, não? O Mig é agressivo no roll do pivô, tá certo? Quem vai sair no trap com as mãos na bola, o tempo inteiro com as mãos na bola para ele disputar o passe. Iago, Jorge, passe de drible, vocês no passe alto. Tem que ser muito sincronizado todo mundo na linha do passe, tá certo? Outra coisa, nós vamos fazer mais rotação, tem que ser todo mundo no rebote. Lá nós vamos movimentos mais rápidos, nós vamos chegar duplo já. Se for um de vocês dois, bloqueia vocês primeiro. Qualquer um dos dois pivôs, não tem problema. Rola rápido. Vem velocidade, vamos rolar rápido.
Oh, there's that points tracker. Willy Hogan Gomez has had a quiet night. 12 points. He hasn't needed to have a big night because it's not his turn for the Spanish team.
Yeah.
Someone else's turn tonight. And it's, well, they scored 14 points in the whole of the third quarter, Spain. And in just under 5 in the fourth, they've knocked down 18 points. They've been aggressive. And you said something earlier in the game about the effects of Rudy Fernandez. When he came into the game, and it was a little bit, you know, getting a little bit night tight at the start of the fourth. He just went to Garuba. However he could get it there, he went inside, and Spain aggressively just wore down this Brazilian team. Still plenty of time though. It's a 19-point game, and they've got to start scoring. Diaz for three. Still not sure that's the answer. Diaz, he's had a huge part of this win, handles it, and he's fouled, and he's going to shoot the throw. Alberto Diaz on the free throw line. Takes the first. Just under 80% in the ACB, not quite as good as that with the national team in the World Cup qualifiers, but as you can see, is solid from the free throw line. 2 for 2. And Iago, they're going to work him out again, make him work for everything. He goes at pace, breaks down the defense, gets inside, needs a pass. De Paulo attacks it. Santos for the three, is good. Stops and scores. And as we continually remind you, if they're going to lose Brazil, they need to lose small, or as small as they can. Aldama kicks it. Kleber thinks about the three, doesn't want it. Willy Hogan Gomez will go to the free throw line for 2.
You know, you said it hasn't really been Willy's night. I mean, he still has 13 points. He didn't play much in that second quarter. He played about a minute in the second quarter.
I haven't needed to play him.
No, I mean, you know, I think this is the Scariolo, he likes to give his players an opportunity. So you're not just going in to give someone a breather. You're going in to play. So it's going to be more than a, you know, for the bench players. Because a lot of times, you know, coaches, maybe they only have a 7-8 man rotation. Today, easily, Scariolo has an 11-man rotation. Yeah. So when you go in, you know you're going to go in there for a while and an extended period. And you also know you're going to get to go out and rest for an extended period.
Well, restores the 20-point lead. It really does not feel like a 20-point game. They've just worn down Brazil. Thiago tries to turn the corner, can't get there, has to take a step back for 2. Had to work for it, but nice finish. Diaz. Willy Hogan Gomez goes baseline, finds an angle, can't get it to finish, tries to put the offensive rebound back up. Brazil will have possession, so there's the stop. Now they need to score.
You said it, 18-point lead. You would not have known if you were watching 3.5 quarters of this game.
Another turnover for Brazil. Alberto Diaz will advance it. Feels a double team, just gives himself an angle. FIBA recovers it. Slopping it pass from Spain. Suela gets inside, steps back. Short two is good. And he's just come in as well. He had a short period of time first half, but doesn't take any time of adding to what's been a pretty impressive offensive performance. De Paula penetrates, kicks. Suarez for three. Well, Alberto Diaz slows it down in the last 3 minutes of this one. They'll just want to manage these last 3 minutes. Aldama will hand off. Suela tries to turn the corner, gets to the elbow. Okay, Gomez was going to draw the foul as soon as he caught it.
He was thinking about that foul even before he caught it. He knew how he was being played defensively. It's a crafty move.
Yeah. Well, Joel Parra's going to get his first minutes of the game when Willy Hernan Gomez makes the second free throw, if he does. Spain were impressive in game day one in that win, but this is another level.
Yeah.
This is a statement by the defending champions. Willy Hernan Gomez will go out. Joel Parra will come in for his first action of game day 2. Started the first game. Iago, as I keep saying, it's important for Brazil that they keep this margin small, or as small as they can. Iago backs it out. De Santos tries to get to the middle. Does get to the middle. Will not get it to count. Will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you mentioned it. You don't want to take a loss with a lot of points, just because you never know what's going to happen moving on in the tournament. And we know, your wins, losses, everything moves over to the next round as well.
Only 1 for 2. Dama gets the defensive rebound, gets another positive stat. It leads the break. Parra's the release against the pressure. Needs a pass. Well, he's going to try and back down here. He's going to field a double team. Again, Gomez for 3. Rattles that one in and out. Dos Santos leads the break. Suarez. Spain do a great job at switching. Paula spins. 3 from the corner is good. Diaz knocks down the 3. It's all important. It's only a 15-point game. 1:46 to go. Coming back to win it might be a remote possibility, but most importantly, they've got to reduce the margin.
Yep. Get a couple stops here, some scores on the other end. It could become interesting. Time is not on their side, that's for sure, though.
Suela gets chased, needs a pass, 3 seconds on it. Parra's got to put it up. Just about, they're going to say, no, he didn't get it away. I think both teams wanted a review at that point. So I'm not sure who knew. They've wiped it off because they say it was after. Brazil will take the timeout. 1:22 to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the wave. It's very easy. We will count down.
And just to reiterate that point that you're making, Shona, about the points carrying over.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's important. Maybe, most likely, both these teams will be moving on to the quarterfinals. We'll find out. I think Brazil, you know, they're going to have a big game against Côte d'Ivoire coming up in their third game. But, you know, wins, losses, points for and against, they carry over. And as far as classification goes, and you know, there's a lot on the line because you want to finish as high as you can with a good plus minus as well. You know, there's Olympic berths in this tournament also, so if you're Brazil, and I think that's why, you know, we see the Brazilian timeout. He knows that as well. Hey, let's go. We have a minute 22. Maybe we can get 3 offensive possessions in that minute 22, maybe 4 if we're lucky. Dig down, come up with a steal.
And that minute 22 that we're facing now could be the difference between them making a quarterfinal and not. So that's why we're talking about it a lot. It's tournament play, small groups. The only thing that really hurts you is a big loss.
Yeah.
Iago, Diaz just doesn't play defense, he attacks him. Iago turns the corner. Nice pass, Santos, not really expecting it, goes up and 1. It's a super pass.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it.
Definitely wasn't.
Iago was the only one who saw it.
It's one of those, like, if he hadn't thrown it near his face, he might go to corner. 1:08 to go, 13-point game, shot to come from the free throw line. It's a 4-possession game.
Yeah, so no surprise here. We see a full court press by Brazil.
Suela beats it on the dribble. Diaz is not going to put up the early shot, backs it out. Hernan Gomez is the release. Dario for Suela. Aldama. Hernan Gomez for 3. No good. Parra's on the glass. He's going to recycle that one. Suela down the lane. Little floater for 2 is good. Iago sets his feet for the 3. Short. Ball goes off of Spain. Brazil will have a 14-second reset with just over 30, just under 34 seconds remaining. Suarez with a big take, goes up, doesn't get the finish. Diaz gets the defensive rebound, he'll bring it. Nice pass, again Gomez with that, underlines the victory. Exclamation mark under that one. Iago and Spain in trying to inflict more pain. And Aldama will go to the free throw line because the opposite is true. A big, big win for Spain will help their cause. Chance to make this an 18-point game with 12.4. Two from the line. And Spain have put up 96 points and only scored 14 in one of the quarters.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Corner 3 is no good. Parra comes down with a defensive rebound, and that is a serious performance by the defending champions. Sergio Scariolo, Cote de Conchi, shake hands. Spain came in, Brazil challenged them and challenged them hard for large parts of the game, but Spain just wore them down. They win that one 96-78.
Well, we said it was an offensive game, and that's exactly what we saw. Good job defensively by Spain in that last quarter, but I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that what you just said, they wore them down. Because really, Brazil, they were exceptional. 32, 33 minutes of this game. Yeah, they were always trailing by a little bit, but they were still playing really, really well. 96 points for Spain. We said it at halftime, it almost feels like this is an offensive clinic, and it's exactly what they continue to do, minus that little third quarter drought where they only had 14 points. But considering Brazil played without one of their main stars and scorers, I think they need to be very, very proud of what they did and how they fought tonight. They challenged the #1 team in the world most of the game.
Absolutely right. It was a challenge. And Brazil, well, they need to get the job done on game day 3 in this group. They need to beat the Côte d'Ivoire to advance to the next round. That's just a winner-take-all game between those two countries. But here are the stats. And 27% from 3 shown, it just don't really do it from Brazil.
You know, my question was, why are they taking so many threes? They took 33. Okay, let's take away, you know, maybe 5 of those because they were shot clock, end of shot clock or end of quarters. 28 threes when you're so successful from the 2-point range. They still finished with a 61% from 2. That's an excellent 2-point clip. And, you know, just sometimes where you have pick and pop, it was questionable for me because I thought Caboclo, he's great. He's had a great tournament for me. He was their best player tonight along with Iago. With what works and stay with what works until the team takes it away. And I don't feel like Spain took Caboclo's inside game away.
No, I think he took it away. Now, whether that was because Spain's defense forced him out there, but when he got it inside, he was so efficient. But the other thing, you mentioned Rudy Fernandez in game 1, where Spain were a little bit under pressure. Well, Rudy Fernandez today, Spain are a little bit under pressure. Brazil are really pushing him hard into the third. He comes in and made so many passes to Garuba underneath, and this changed the whole complexion of the game just on this is what we're going to do. Just a phenomenal performance of leadership as much as anything else. And then towards the end of the game, Sergio Yul just rolled back the gears. And they're just deep. And how good was Nunes? Apart from being player of the game. But.
I'm excited for this young Spanish point guard, and I don't want to compare him to Ricky Rubio because I think he's a different generation and he's a different style of player, but he's 19 years old and he's learning from the veterans that he has around him, and you see them talking to him. Coach Scariolo said, you know what, yeah, he's a youngin', but he has to play for us and he's going to demand a lot from him.
Well, a 78-96 performance for Spain following the Ivory Coast 2-point win, put Spain into the next round. But for now, we'll say goodbye from Jakarta. It's been another great day of action. We'll see you tomorrow for more action here from Indonesia.